Hi, welcome back to The Compass, a show where we talk about Christian faith and how it's involved in today's world. I'm Kamala Max Bird.
And I'm Emma Page. Last week, we talked about navigating the digital world as Christians. Today, we will be discussing temporary and traditional music within the church. Let's head to Jody out in the field to hear about the different perspectives on how your faith can be affected by the type of music within the church.
Is your church contemporary or traditional?
Contemporary.
And what music do you think has a greater impact?
I think it depends on the different types of churches, because there are more traditional churches, but there's also contemporary churches that still incorporate traditional aspects. So I think it just depends on the church.
So you think traditional music still has an impact?
Yes, at some value or not. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Jody, for those wonderful insights. I'm here with Manny Sepulveda. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Tell us about the type of music played within your church.
The type of music played in my church is more of a upbeat and live, so it'd be more of a contemporary type of music played.
Okay. Have you been to different churches where the worship is different?
Yes, I have been. I've been to many churches where there's a lot of hymns being sung, and I've been to other churches that play more contemporary music.
Yeah, so how do you think church worship affects your faith?
I think church worship helps me grow closer to God and be more in tune with Him.
Yeah, I totally agree. So what type of church worship affects your faith the most, would you say, between traditional and the contemporary?
I think contemporary because it's like more of my type of music. Like I like upbeat and live music, so I feel like that would be better with me.
Yeah, I totally agree. Thank you, Manny, for taking the time to be with us today.
You're welcome.
It was really good to hear from Manny. I think that he gave a really great opinion. I think that a lot of us feel the same way when it comes to contemporary music and worship.
Yeah, I agree. Especially at our age, I feel like it's more common for us to be around the contemporary versus the hymns and the traditional music more so. So yeah, I agree with him as well that I choose contemporary over traditional.
Definitely. Let's check back with Jody to hear more thoughts on the different types of church worship.
Okay.
What type of music do you believe people have a greater faith connection with?
I think it depends on the person. Like for me, like if I know the song, like it helps me. So,
And do you believe that traditional music is going out of style?
for some people, I guess it is, but I know some people do like the more traditional type. Like I said, it just depends on the person, in my opinion.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jody. I'm here with Gracie Fetterman. How are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm well. Do you believe that traditional or contemporary worship affects your faith more?
I would say for me, contemporary impacts me the most. For example, I listen to Maverick City, Elevation, Hillsong, and I don't know, those songs just help me, they motivate me, and just get me through the problems I'm facing.
Absolutely. What type of music do you believe reaches the current generation the most?
I would say contemporary reaches the generation the most nowadays.
Yeah, definitely. Do you believe that all churches should move to one type of worship, or should we have a mixture of worship?
I think it's good to mix it up because it gives the members more to relate to, and some might like contemporary, some might like traditional. So,
Thank you, Gracie, for taking the time to be with us today.
of course.
This is what winners are made of. This is what leaders are made of. This is what scholars are made of. This is what believers are made of. This is what warriors are made of.
We've heard many thoughts today on contemporary and traditional music within the church. What do you think, Emma?
I would say that I agree with what we've heard from a lot of the students on how contemporary music is more so fitting to them. And I grew up in a Southern Baptist church where hymns were more, well known, I would say. So we were more of a traditional church. But as
Definitely.
my new preacher has recently stepped in, he's been shifting it from traditional to contemporary to better, I feel like, be able to fit the people more in the church and to give a better, set of options for
Yeah.
people to choose from.
Definitely. And I definitely agree with you. I grew up traditional. I think as I gotten older, contemporary has spoke to me more.
Yeah.
So I can listen to traditional and feel that worship, but my go-to, my all is definitely contemporary music.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Thank you for joining us today. Make sure to tune in next time as we talk about Christian universities and their shrinking support from denominations and governments.